Welcome to the HFT Stocks and Options Commentary. I'm Paulo Navarro. Today is Monday, July 15, 2013. For the volatility index, the dollar weighted put call ratio on the VIX, we have a very bullish reading on July with 29% of the total premiums paid. August, September, and October, we have neutral readings with 23, 27, and 20% of the total premiums paid. Overall, we have a neutral dollar weighted put call ratio today on the VIX. For SPX, up 2.3 handles for the day, new all-time high closing price. As you can see here, this is the 8th consecutive day that we have been closing positive for SPX. If we were able to close tomorrow, would be the 9th consecutive day, and that has not happened since November 2004. That's interesting there. If we go to I think we're probably coming to test there tomorrow, do that one there, and then fall. Our first target's gonna be 1640 and below 1600. I'm bearish here on SPX. I think we've gone too far based on no news or no fundamentals. Going for the Qs, here we have the daily chart for the Qs, up almost 1/4%. And you can see here basically again no volume today on the continuation. And I think we're going to 73. That's my downward target for the Qs. We're going to look at the Russell instead of a IWM, and I'm going to tell you why for a reason. You can see here this chart, I believe we've been going up like crazy, nothing going on here, just going up because of we want to go higher. This is the first time, this is the 7th consecutive day that we have closed on an all-time high for the Russell 2000. This has not happened since 1997. That's very important here. If you know this, we've been rallying very hard here, 7 consecutive up days, making new all-time highs for the Russell. I am bearish on IWM, as you know here. The important thing here, I believe we're going to test 100 on the next couple of sessions. I believe this week could be the turning point for this upward trend we have here. And volume here, you can see there's no volume on the upside. Basically, since we started going higher, we've been below the 20-day moving average. So that's what I'm showing here on IWM. GLD, I'm bearish on GLD. We were flat today. Gold futures were up over 1% yesterday, and we were not able to hold on to those gains. That's important here. You know, I'm looking for maybe 125 on the upside and for 118 on the downside. Silver, pretty much the same for silver. Silver futures were up 1.5% for the day yesterday on the futures, and we could not hold the gains. You could see the volume. There's no volume here. On the rally, we've been trading basically on air. I believe we're going lower. We're eventually breaking that 18 and that previous low, eventually looking for 17 and 16. So I'm bearish here on silver. Apple, here we have the daily chart for Apple, up 0.22% for the day. Again, 427. Today's high was 431, very close to the 433 level. We're gonna have to see how we could call this the first test of this confluence level of the 100 and the 50-day moving average, and it will probably not get resolved before the earnings. So I would not get in Apple here before earnings. Google, we have Google earnings Thursday and going to new all-time high again, closing at 0.2% up for the day on normal volume, a little bit lighter, but not much going on. Pretty nice trend. I would get out of Google if I had anything there before earnings. Netflix. Let's talk about better. Citibank. It had earnings today. Good earnings coming in, up 2% for the day, 51.81. Big volume. You can see here we will have a hammer here. And if we continue this trend, I would go for 53.56. And there's nothing going on here to go bearish. I would not jump in right away. I would wait for this. If you get this trend line here, I would wait for the 50-day moving average around 50 to be tested, and that's where I would jump in. Tomorrow we have Goldman Sachs in the morning. Interesting chart. Basically, all the financials, the big ones, have been beating estimates. If we could come and look at previous high here, maybe tomorrow going to 168.20.